Hi, I'm Jan Hrkach with Cell Formula and True Healthy Products, and I'm sitting here today with none other than Ricky Waters. How you doing, Ricky?
I'm good. How are you, Jan?
I'm doing great. And then before we get started, I want to thank you for inviting me over. There'll be folks watching this video or listening to this audio that don't know who you are. So briefly, a little bit about who you are, some of your past, and then let's talk a little bit about living life better. Let's talk it like that.
Well, I've played athletics pretty much my whole life. I played football since I was about 7 years old. So have a lot of days out there running and hitting and doing those things. Like I said, since I was 7, I played all the way up until 2002 is when I retired from playing professionally. So
Right.
I came from a football background. Went on with the San Francisco 49ers, played for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. I was blessed to have had an 11-year career as a running back, which...
So you came to me through a friend of yours, Dorsey Levens.
Dorsey Levens, yep.
And Dorsey came
Dorse
from...
the horse.
Dorse the horse, that's his nickname.
Yep.
And then Dorsey came from Rogers. So there was this trend of people finding out what we were doing with our products, which were all natural and helping people.
And we're all linked together.
And you're all linked together, which is crazy. But tell us a little bit about how Dorsey introduced you to Cell Formula and True Healthy Products.
Well, it's crazy. Well, first of all, Dorsey and I played at Notre Dame together. A lot of people don't know that because he transferred out and went to Georgia Tech, and I had a great career there and on to, play professionally as well. So I already knew him. We had a great relationship, a guy that I trust and a guy who trusts me as well. Same thing with Roger Craig. It's kind of crazy because we all obviously respect each other because we're running backs and played on at the highest level.
Right.
But also we are guys who have spent a lot of time with each other, have helped each other at times in our careers, and also have a lot of respect for each other. So it's really cool when you see somebody like that who you already have respect for.
Right.
And then you talk to him and you go, man, you're looking good or whatever. What you doing? Like when I saw Dorsey, I was like, man, you look really good. You look young and everything. Because I had seen him previously. We see each other pretty much like at least twice a year.
Okay.
Because we do golf tournaments together and stuff like that. And so we'll see each other. We'll do charitable functions together. But this particular time I saw him, I'm like, man, you look really good. And he was like, man, I've been working on some things. Actually, Roger Craig's doing it too. So I was like, oh, if Roger's doing it, I already knew, bingo, this guy, he doesn't do anything that's not the real deal.
Right.
So that was one thing. Then I'm looking at Dorsey, and he's another guy who I have a tremendous amount of respect for, and he's looking good, and he's doing this too. Yeah. So I asked him more about it. He told me it was perfectly healthy. It's not, because that's the first thing you worry about. There's so many things on the market right now that are pretty scary and that have your heart pumping all fast and have like you crashing like incredibly after you take a pill or something, and you might get a good workout, but then afterwards, man, you really crash and you feel kind of awful, after. So there's so many things out there that I was like, man, asking all these questions, and he was like, man, I'm telling you, it's this, and that. He told me about it, showed me the website, checked it out. He told me to reach out to you, and then after that, it was kind of like history because I started taking it. Right. And it's like immediately you start to feel better. You start to feel something. And it's like there's of course, I don't have to tell you about the product, but I'll tell you guys about the product.
Yeah, sure, tell me.
There's 3 parts of it that I like. The optimizer that you take in the mornings and you take at night. Right. Just makes you feel so much better. I was having problems as far as being a guy who has played 11 years, has taken so much of a toll on my body and worked my body so hard, and then retire. And this optimizer, number 1, and then I would take the energy, the pure energy.
Pure energy, yeah.
Hit that thing in about 30 minutes. If you weren't ready to get up and do something, you're ready to get up and do something now. And it's just amazing because Dorsey was telling me don't take too many, because you got to be careful with it, and you don't want to, because he's like, man, you will be ready to go. And so I was like, okay, I'll test it and take 1. And I was like, okay. Normally I would go for a walk and I'd jog a little bit, and I'd walk and jog a little more because, the injuries and different stuff would hurt, and then I'd start, and my shins would hurt, my lower back. Then I took this pure energy, And I jogged the whole way.
Yeah.
And before I knew it, I was still jogging past the time that I normally would jog. I was coming back towards the house, and I was like, I'm still feeling strong.
Still pretty good, yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
So not only was I able to jog and finish the jog, but then I was ready to do some more work.
Yeah.
I was ready to lift. You know, I was ready to do some sit-ups and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, this is really crazy. But I was like, don't, give it too much the first day. You only did it a few times. Now let's see how you feel a couple weeks. Because a lot of things that I've done before, in the beginning, you're pumped up about it and you feel good, and it's this thing you think.
You might be creating the result.
Right, in
actually
your mind.
feeling it, yeah.
Right, and then after a couple weeks, you don't even want to do it anymore. You're not even involved in it, or you're just like onto a new supplement or something different.
Right.
But this was different. This was different. I felt good every single day. I did it. I felt good. Taking the 9 a day.
Yeah.
And I really didn't like taking pills before this, but the way they are, they're capsules. They go down pretty smooth. There's no taste, no nasty taste. The other thing was I realized when I went to the bathroom, no weird odor, no weird coloring or anything like that. So I was like, wow, this is definitely different. So there were so many things that were different from anything that I had taken prior to this.
Yeah.
So it was like, man, now I'm calling Dorsey. I'm calling guys, what's up?
This is working.
I'm calling Raj, man, I'm feeling really good. I'm taking the stuff, the Jan's got me on and this and that. Oh, I'm glad you're doing that. Yeah, man. Hey, great guy. It was just, everyone's feeling good because they're on it too, so they're feeling great too. And like I said, Raj is older than I am, looking awesome. So it was like, continue to take it. Before I knew it, the weight was falling off. I felt regular to the point that I knew, like, everything was kind of on a regimen. It's like I knew in the morning when I had to go, I was going to get up like clockwork, go to the bathroom. When I go to, at nighttime, there was a certain time I'm going to go to the bathroom. So there's not the times you have to worry about, you might get out or do whatever, and now you got to go to the bathroom, or it's going to cause you to have diarrhea or anything like that. It doesn't do that. It makes you go to the bathroom, but it makes you more regular. So that was a great thing to have, because I never really had that. Even when I was playing, I never really had it that synchronized so well to where I know I'm going to go to the bathroom at this time. I know I'm going to be relieved at this time if I eat. And it makes you not want to eat as much. It makes you not want to eat as badly, like all the things, because you feel good. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and so some of the things I hear, from Roger and Dorsey, and the story's very similar. Everyone, whether it's a professional ball player or some of my 80 and 90-year-old clients who are just the same thing. I function better, my life's more predictable, I'm sleeping better, don't eat as much.
That's another thing, because when you retire, another thing that happens is you kind of fall into these weird sleep patterns. And you might stay up late at night, and then you're getting up early, you have to do something, but then you're falling asleep during the day, and all these things are happening. But because you're on this regimen more, and you start to eat better, you start to do things better, you become more active just because you're going to get up and want to do something. You're not going to want to sleep. You don't even want to sleep in or just hang out.
You get up in the morning and
you get up and you're ready to go.
You
want to do something. So it changed a lot that way. I think everyone, could benefit from this. They really could, because it's something that is, number one, healthy, something that makes you feel good. And I know this because I took it, then I ran out of some supplement, and then I started feeling bad again. But not terrible, but
it's noticeable, isn't it?
Right away you start feeling that something is different. And that difference is you got to get back on that regimen. Once you get back on it, start feeling good again.
You feel good again, yeah.
So it's really been great. And because I've slowly, because I wouldn't say ballooned up like all at once, but I kind of slowly kept gaining weight. And then I kind of ballooned up to like 254. I stopped playing. I was probably like 230, 235, and I went up to like 254. And then I got all the way down to 224. Wow. So I lost quite a bit of weight. And I know it's nothing else. The only other thing, I had been working out before I got the product. So I just continued to do the same things, working out. I started eating better, that's for sure. But not completely.
You didn't really change your life that much.
I just completely changed my life to where that's the reason. I know it's this product. I know this product has a great deal to do with the way I'm feeling.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't know. I think we've probably covered enough ground here for this. Turn this into a documentary. But I want to thank you just for, I'm glad we found each other, and it looks like you're having a positive experience, and hopefully we can, people will watch this and go, okay, well, maybe I should give this a go. And if they're if they're feeling not so good, maybe they can move forward. And this is how we tell our story. So.
Yep. And I have no reason to, other than, I'm feeling good, and I want some other people to know.
I didn't force you to have this conversation.
Exactly. I'm not getting paid for it, nothing like that, But I do feel good, and people need to know about it. And if it's will go on and help people, and they can feel as good as I do now, and I think it's only going to get better for me because, like you said, I haven't even been doing it that long when you really think of it in terms of, how long you can actually do it and how long it probably would take to really get all the scar tissue, all that stuff, loosened up in my body and stuff like that. So I'm just glad that I feel as good as I do, and that, I ran into Dorsey and he told me that, and that we hooked up, and that I was able to get this product. And I know I can speak for my wife as well, because she loves it too.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I'm glad you had a great experience, or I wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation with you.
Yeah,
you didn't think it was a positive thing. Well, that's it. I hope you learned something from this, right from the horse's mouth. Look at that whistle. But, thanks so much. We're going to go. Until next time. We'll see you in about a year.
All right.
We'll see where you're at that point.
Sounds good.
Okay.